Hey guys, Phoenix Spring Tarot. So in this reading, what we'll be looking at is Kamala and what a presidency would, if Kamala became president, what her tenure as president would look like. All right, so that is what we'll be looking at in this reading. I just completed one that I did for Trump, so we're going to be looking at Kamala. So, and by that I mean, as explained in the Trump reading, there are a number of different timelines, reflecting different reality scenarios. So in this timeline, we're looking at a world in which Kamala is president. Just to say, I am doing this reading from an objective perspective as possible. Those of you who are new, I'm based over in London in the UK, so I don't have a dog in this fight. This is American politics. However, my interest in politics, and I do a number of political readings, and I'll put the playlist down below. My interest in American politics is recognizing that America is the leader of the free world and upholds Western values, which I hold dear, and it's a matter of having the best person for the job to sustain those Western values that we hold there. That's why I'm interested, and as I said, it's wanting the best person for the job to sustain those values, okay? So that's why I do these political readings. Anything else before we go into this? I feel like I'm missing something, but I know that I'll be told later on. Okay. So Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels of the highest light and frequency, please protect myself, please protect and bless those viewing this reading. May we only channel messages of the highest light, highest frequency, the highest accuracy. May we get particularly nuanced messages that you think would be beneficial for us to know. And may we get the messages, and may the messages be delivered in such a way that it expands the consciousness and awareness of the collective. Thank you very much. Okay. First card out, Six of Cups. That's a very gentle energy, isn't it? Very gentle energy, peaceful energy. It's interesting, this is actually the first cards to come out because Kamala in this timeline is going to be the first female president, the first female leader of the Western world. So that's that divine feminine maternal instinct, isn't it? They also draw me to the purple in this card. Yeah. They told me to put purple in my back pocket for a moment. Okay. So Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels, what else? Oi. Okay, Judgment, that's interesting. Page of Pentacles. Judgment is really interesting to see here. What is Judgment here? Sorry guys, just give me a minute. God, I can't. It's not very often that I can't get a message. I'm just going to change deck. It's like something is blocking me. It's like I can't see. This is, guys, you know, as long as I've been doing these readings, I do not edit my readings, so we'll just go with it. I'm just picking up a block with this. Why am I being blocked? There's like a block or a shadow. But we have the Five of Cups. The Five of Cups of Judgment and the Page of Pentacles with this deck are not the best. But we have a Ten of Pentacles though. Okay. I'm picking up someone who has reservations about their ability to do this. Now, when it comes to reservations, I don't mean reservations in the sense of almost like imposter syndrome or thinking that they are worse. Yeah, it's like an imposter syndrome. I was about to say feeling that they're worse than they actually are, and that's why I think I was getting the shadow. It's like something being hidden. This is someone's shadow side or fragmented self, or this is a feeling that someone really digs down deep. And I think that's where the purple, the lavender and the pink and so on is coming in. Perhaps being softer and gentler with oneself could be that, or she needs to be rather. But with the Judgment, it's someone being supported through this or relying on a lot of other people to support them through this. Or Kamala relying on people to support her. Perhaps it's people in her cabinet. Is cabinet an American term or is it a UK one? Yeah, I don't know. And over in the UK we call it the cabinet, you know, or her inner circle. It's like relying on them a lot. And it's having a lot of people who really mean well, who are enthusiastic about her being. There are a lot of people who are coming out who are celebrating her, who have high hopes and high aspirations for her being the first female president. So this is coming into identity politics. You guys know how I feel about that. I'm going to make that plain for transparency. I don't agree with it. But there are lots of people who are looking forward or have aspirations, like a lot of celebration, the first female president, people congratulating each other, people thinking of what it means, like people feeling that they've turned a corner because of this news, not only for themselves, but for the generations and the next generation and the next generation beyond. There is potentially a lot of impact that having the first female president could have that we don't see or we can't appreciate right now because we've never been in the position to have it, okay? So I could talk about identity politics all I want, and I'm saying that for transparency, but what my spirit guides are saying is that there's an influence that could give as being the leader of the free world and so on, that has an opportunity to shift the collective. Okay, so many times people are accusing me of being biased in readings. Here's my spirit guide team contradicting me. But there's this Five of Cups that comes up next to it. So this is talking about the potential that her energy could have. Whether she acknowledges that potential or not, I don't know. Whether this is feeling the pressure to live up to that potential could very well be. But there's a sense of disappointment here, or a sense of a wasted opportunity here as well. Because I'm seeing this being drained. It's like, you know, when someone tips something over or doesn't acknowledge or recognize their potential and recognize... Yeah, they're telling me something about you being in a position of president. Just you being called president carries a lot of weight in itself. It's not to say that you have to do any more to that, but there's something of a wasted potential, and we have a female here, and it's a wasted potential, is what I'm being shown. Okay. Or not really acknowledging one's full potential. Yeah. Okay, let's continue. This is a very different reading from the Trump reading. I could say that from now. So Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels, thank you for that. What else is there? What about the economy? Let's look at the economy and her economic policies, domestic economic policies, immigration policies, prices, stock market. These are the same questions I asked for the Trump reading, by the way. Okay, interesting, we have the Ace of Pentacles, because with the Trump reading, we started off with the Ace of Pentacles. Here we have the Ace of Pentacles again as well. Let's see what else is there. What else is there? Clarify. Oh God. Alrighty. Okay, so what I'm seeing here with the Ace of Pentacles is that there are going to be a lot of new policies that are going to be implemented. They're giving me the phrase to, like an engine revving up to start up the economy is the way they're going to phrase it, right? They're giving me that. We're going to rev up the economy again. It's like, that's the phrase that they're giving me. However, I'm seeing a lot of lackluster energy about it. Either people are not fully on board, people think it's not innovative enough, people are like, you know, it's not filling people's cup up. It's like there's a lackluster about it. Like people aren't impressed, or they feel it's not impressive. And let me say at this point, before someone wants to come at me in the comments, I'm not saying that the policy isn't impressive. I'm just channeling the messages of how people feel about it. Okay? It's not for me to say, but the intention is to rev up the economy. Like that's what she wants to do. And create something with staying power. There is something with the roots that they're showing me here, and they're drawing me to economic policy. Whether you're, I did economics, so whether you're from the Keynesian school of thought or whether you're a monetarist, it's like these policies that are putting in place, it takes a while for roots to grow. It takes a while for things to take hold. And it's as if people want something instantaneous, right? So people are not impressed with the policy. It's like with the school of economic thought that's driving the policy is what I'm being told here. I won't be surprised if it's a Keynesian policy, which is supply and demand, whereas monetarist is adjusting interest rates. However, no one really uses one policy over another anymore. Correct me if I'm wrong. I'm happy to be wrong. Do correct me. But it's like, yeah, that's what I'm getting from that. And people just aren't impressed. It's like it's too slow. Oh my gosh, yeah. Again, we have four. Like, look at this. It's like Four of Cups, Four of Swords. There's a lacklusterness about it, and that's with next to the Five of Cups. And that's the thing. It's like that's what the energy I was leading with. You can't deny the energy of these cards. You know, before someone wants to say that I'm biased, it's. I'm trying to. Yeah, it's. I'm picking up here, particularly with the Five of Cups and the Four of Swords. It's like people are disappointed. There's a lacklusterness. Like, look at the body language of these two women. It's like it's lackluster. People have retreated into their own worlds. There's a sense of disappointment. And this is a nest. And this is telling me that people feel that they have to do for themselves. You know, we have to do for ourselves. We have to take care of this ourselves. We can't rely on the government. There's going to be that sentiment happening here. Okay. A lack of, yeah, like retreating from or support, being like her losing support in her presidency. But they're giving me something about her cabinet. So let me, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels, I keep on using the term cabinet, I'm referring to her inner team. Her inner team are going to be working quite hard. These are trusted people, though, but she has another five with the Five of Pentacles. People are going to be working hard. People are going to be burning through the midnight oil. They're saying that this is to a direct... She is going to try and work hard. She is going to try and do everything that she can. Her team are going to try to work hard as well. I'm not picking up a message with the Six of Cups per se, but I guess it's a transition from vice president to president. What they're pulling through for me here is, well, she's the second vice president to become president because, and correct me if I'm wrong here, besides Biden, I'm not sure who else. There's one other person I'm seeing, an old guy who passed away, but he was very active on the international humanitarian scene, I believe, they're telling me. It's like she needs to be given time, and her team need to be given time to mature into the role. There's a lot of pressure coming out the gate to prove how you're different. Whether with the Five of Pentacles, they're going to be found to be lacking. But because, like, this is not good energy, I'm just going to say it. However, what they're coming through its hair is not for the lack of trying, it's not for the lack of effort with her administration. They just need to be given time to mature into the role, is what I'm being told here. It's like they need to be given time to find their feet and to find the right approach. There is a huge gulf and a huge gap between being vice president and being president. Like, you can't assume because you're around and you're in the office you know what to do. Like, there's a huge gap, a huge experience gap, knowledge gap, everything gap that it's going to take time for her to navigate through, is what I'm being told here. Okay, so that's domestic policy. What about international? What about international affairs and the foreign policy? What's that going to look like? Oh God, Seven of Pentacles. Oh my goodness. And the Moon. All right, so this has come through sideways. Nine of Swords. God, this is not the best energy. However, though, what I'm picking up here with the Seven of Pentacles, though, is that people, other countries in the Western world, so such as Europe, for instance, places where people hold Western values, there are countries that people hold Western values there, and democracies and so on. They wouldn't mind this. They wouldn't mind it at all. In fact, we see with the roots, there's a lot of root energy here, but it's also this deck. It's like you're just, a lot of them who are allies of America will continue being so, you know? So it's just a matter of her maintaining, her policy and her approach is to maintain those alliances, to maintain those connections, is what I'm being shown here. So not rocking the boat, in other words, just maintaining, just going ahead with the status quo. I don't see anything new or different or innovative here. But this Nine of Swords coming through sideways is really interesting. And the red, they're drawing me to the red. I mean, this has also come through with the moon. This is talking about worry and talking about indecision. It's also, notice the crows that are gathering over someone's head as well. I'm getting this channel message, guys, and we notice someone sinking. What I'm picking up with this is, oh gosh, this is a rough message to give, but I'm picking up that she in her presidency would need to do more than maintain foreign policy status quo. Like, the world is changing. The crows and the ravens, crows and ravens gather over when something is about to die, or they pick at flesh and so on. It's like, in her presidency, you'd see another countries gathering and picking at America, baiting America, is what we're seeing here. And with sideways, America not knowing what to do. And with the red is like your root chakra. The red is the essence of you. The red is your security. The red is your stability. As I said, security, it's as if they're giving me the phrase of, they're going to be they're giving me cyber attacks. Yeah, with this coming through sideways, and with the moon energy as well. It's like someone sinking and not knowing what to do, and people howling at the moon. Like, people are just like, do something, do something. Everyone is going to have a theory as to what needs to be done, but it's as if somebody is paralyzed as to doing the right thing. And as I said before, it's not to say that people don't want to, it's not to say that they're not trying, it's not to say or any of that. It's almost as if it's not good enough. Oh, sorry. It's almost as if it's not good enough, or it's ill-advised, or there's something along those lines regarding the foreign policy. However, another thing I'm picking up with this card, it's not doom and gloom in her presidency from a foreign policy perspective just yet, because the ravens may be gathering, they may be picking, but I'm not picking, and I want to say that I'm not picking up the epic fall of America or anything majorly. Let me just not give that message. Let me, Spirit guides, you know what it is that I want to say. Could you clarify whether I'm delivering the correct message? Am I delivering the message accurately? Just let me know. Am I delivering the message I want to deliver accurately? Please clarify. Yeah, okay. Yeah. Okay, sorry guys, yeah. So I was talking about a lot of people having their own opinion as to how this should be done. That's the aspect of it, that's right. Everyone has an opinion, everyone wants to say something. However, there is a strength that America still has, regardless of all of this. There's still a fear that they instill in people in the world. They still have the might of their army. So it's a matter of leaning on that enough. That's why we have the ravens or the crows or whatever these birds are. It's like we have them in the midst, but they don't actually, they may be given little attacks, but I'm not seeing something full on or full out that America feels that it can't challenge. I say that, but we have this moon energy and Five of Wands. I may be saying that, but there's something hidden. Like some country, it's as if something is being planned now. Like it's causing confusion, it's causing disorientation. I already talked about cyber attacks and these sort of things. Yeah, they're not giving it to me. They're not giving it to me because, and if they're not giving it to me, it means that within Kamala's timeline, there may be the opportunity for this unknown to be averted. All right? So that's perhaps why they're not giving it to me. Okay, so what is the likelihood of Kamala getting this presidency? And again, these are the same questions that I asked in the Trump reading. Okay, so what is the likelihood of Kamala becoming president in a few weeks' time? Oh, very strong. King of Swords. The King of Swords energy is strong. We have that raven above there again as well. Six of Swords. Lovers. I feel this came through in a previous reading I did, which is why the president of whoever is president, why the president or the winner of the election doesn't matter. I did a reading on that, which I may link up below or link above. This came through in the Trump reading as well with the lovers. People have a choice. It's going to really come down to the wire, basically, is what this lovers card is saying. We have the Emperor, we have the Tower. There is something of a shock coming through in this energy and for this question. We have the Emperor. It's like those people behind with a chess piece on a chessboard sitting above the world. And this is what up to now is not clear to me. Oh God, I hate giving this message. Whew. At the end of the Trump reading, it was very clear. It was very clear. It's almost as if with this, with the Tower, if she wins, it's a shock. And if she wins, oh, I can't say this. This is going to get me striked on YouTube. It's going to get me striked on YouTube. I'll just say this. Notice that there is something coming in from above to move that chess piece, and this person's the Emperor. I'm just going to leave it like that. Just going to leave it like that. All right, guys, let me know what you think. I'll see you in future readings. Bye.